Hello, powerful one. Welcome to this edition of Inner Growth with ushered. Hey, we are exactly in the new year, and you and I are talking. I am Osezwa Anthony Elimihe. You know me. I am in the game of helping you grow from inside out. That is the dream. New Year is here with us, and every one of us have been expecting this year. Now it has come. It is with us, and we are all expecting magic. Now, this is one thing I really want every one of us to know. There was that moment of magic in your heart when the new year was announced. You had this faith, you have this belief that all is going to be well. Don't lose that magic throughout this year. Hold on to that magic. I have been telling us that the most important part of every aspect of our life is how we feel about ourselves, about how we feel about things, how we feel about the people around us. These are the ingredients that create the life that we now call, that people now call our lives. I also want you to understand that what you call your life is also an experience. It is emotions held over a period of time, manifesting as external material energies. That is what our lives are. They are experiences, not us. Okay? Therefore, because they are not us, we can change them at any point in time. Now, the game of changing our lives is one, the game of perception, the game of awareness of our feelings and knowing what our feelings do, and then directing the feelings the right way in accordance with our conscious imaginations, our conscious thought, our conscious desires. How do we get our feelings? We get them from our thoughts. How do we get our thoughts? We get them from our beliefs. How do we get our beliefs? We get them from our environments. And what shape our beliefs? They are experiences that we have had, that our parents have had, that we have seen people have around us. Those are the things that shape our beliefs. We accept them as tacit, as the truth, as the inviolable. And because of that, they become the building blocks that form the structures. And of course, they become the bricks that build the fabrics of our experiences, which people call our lives. But they are not our lives. They are our experiences of life. The wise know that whatever they are experiencing is not they. It's something that is happening as a result of their responses to external realities. Therefore, they know that they can change their response. When they change their response, the experiences will also change. Now, the game is this. When we teach about the game of changing our lives, which is response, we feel that we want the experiences now. What we need it now. We say, okay, give it like 3 months for it to grow, to develop. We say, no, we can't. Why we say, no, we can't? We are still dwelling in the negative experiences that we do not like, in the unsavory life, the uneventful life that we do not want. It is still living with us, yet exercise that patience. Change your thought pattern. Change how you feel about experiences and give it time. Your life experiences will change. We said, no, we cannot because it takes too long. I want to have the experiences now. You see, it doesn't work that way. You must learn to embrace the tenets and practices of patience, because that is where it works. You cannot want to eat a field of corn when you have only a cob of corn in your hand. Probably the corn has about 400 grains on it. Yet you want to eat a field of corn. How do you do that? You have to wait. You have to cultivate the land. You have to plant the seed. You have to nurture the seed. You have to weed around the seed and give it time. 3 months 4 months, you start reaping it. That is the game of life. It is about sowing and reaping, actions and reactions. Be patient in 2022. It will yield positive results for you. Focus on what you want and leave out the things that you do not want. Focus on what you have. Be grateful for what you have. Be joyful. Let what you have strike you with bliss. Let it make you happy. That is the nature of gratitude. Because when you are happy with what you have, you are asking the universe to give you more of it. When you are focusing on what you don't have, you are asking the universe to give you that kind of experience more and more. The experience of not having what you want. It is a game. That is how it works. Therefore, the plan is take your attention away from what you don't have and focus it on what you have. And by what you have, call those things that you have into reality, and they will come into reality with the shortest possible time. My ancestors have a saying that which is to say, one who is grateful asks that more be done unto them. What that actually means is that through gratitude, we issue subtle commands in a loving manner to the universe, to life, to do more of the things for which we are grateful unto us. Like the Lord Jesus Christ will say, one who has, more will be given unto them. But they that do not have, even the little they seem to have will be taken away from them and given to those who have. What does that mean? It's simply saying that when you feel that you don't have anything, the things you have, you will lose them. When you feel you have enough, even when you don't have anything at all. But you see, that feeling of I have, that mentality of abundance will attract more abundance onto you. The idea is a simple thing. Life understands abundance. Like my beloved Robert Collier would say, there is no law of limitation. There's only the law of abundance. And I can tell you this, it is when the law of abundance is breached that limitation, that scarcity is instituted. When the law of expansion, the law of increase is breached, then we have lack. Similarly, just as there is no law of scarcity, there's no law of limitation, there's no law of injury. It is when violence is done against wholesomeness that an injury exists. Who does the violence, my friend? You can do it to yourself by the way you think, by the way you feel about things. Your thinking will create your feeling anyway. So when you decide to think positively, when you begin to obey the law of Philippians chapter 4 from verse 5 to 8, where you are told how you should think, how you should manage your mind, then things begin to work positively for you. But when you breach those laws, when you begin to think on things that are not wholesome, that are not friendly, that are not powerful, that are not kind, that are not truthful, then you begin to suffer a lot of setbacks. Injuries begin to happen to you mentally, and you begin to attract people, events, circumstances that will bring injury to you. This is why we keep saying, watch your thought. In 2022, watch your thought. When you are having a feeling that is not wholesome, understand that there is a conflict between your inner self and your outer self. Your inner self is positive. It is when there is a conflict between wholeness, abundance, injury, and scarcity that you have a bad feeling. A thought that is not good to your system generates a bad feeling in you, negative feeling in you. And it is the way your system draws your attention to negativity forming within you. But if you embrace that negative feeling, then you've created it, and your inner self will stand aside to wait to heal you when you come to your senses. But most of the time, do we ever come to our senses? No. Instead of coming to our senses, what do? We blame people. We blame our friends, we blame our parents, we blame our stepmoms, we blame our stepfathers, we blame our government, we blame all kinds of people. We blame witches from our villages, and they will never get to be healed. So we beg you that in 2022, have a change of thoughts, have a change of orientation, have this one understanding that nothing evil can happen to you unless you have created it. And it doesn't matter where you are starting from right now. Whatever you have, focus your attention on it and be grateful for it. Start from there, no matter how small it is. Incubate it with gratitude. Incubate it with love and appreciation. It will grow. Not only will it grow, it will attract its type, its kind in nature to you. The power to create has always been with you. People can use it against you. Societies can use it against by manipulating you. But the truth is, you can take your power back. The first step to taking your power back is to stop complaining, is to resolve that henceforth, I will no longer complain. I will take my responsibilities. It is my duty to be me. Therefore, I have chosen to be me. Beloved, there is no law against you that will prosper unless you approve of that law. Because the law of your universe is of your own making. Your universe is your seat of power. It is your place. In that place, God sits at the back seat, watching you to make a decision, and he sanctions them. Like Guru Nanak was saying, that there is nothing written against us. But you see, we move the hand of God. The pen is in the hand of God. We move that hand and do all our writing. That's what we call karma. Let your karma this year be a beautiful one. This is the first day of the year. Start on a good note. Write positive karma. Write positive plays with you as the hero in it. I tell you one thing, you are whole. You are complete. You are powerful, stupendously powerful. You will not lose this position until you give it out by fear, by complaints, by blaming others. Because whoever you blame, you've given your power to that person. Whoever you complain against, you give your power to that person. Take your power. I know it can be lonely. I know it can be agonizing to realize that you are your creator. There's nobody you have to depend on out there. It can be scary. But you see, look beyond that. It is a new thing you are getting. Yes, I understand it, but look beyond the fear and understand that this is what God made you to be. Take it and live your life. It is within your reach. I end with this, my friend. Effects are always being made every day upon you, upon your environment. Your power is to heal, to deflect all of them. But if you keep absorbing all the negative effects being made on you, you become a citizen of the world who is subject to manipulation. But you see, if you choose to deflect all of these things by creating your own effect upon the world, which is positivity, which is gratitude, can help you do that. If you feel any negativity, take up a gratitude that contradicts that negativity. For instance, if you are feeling sad and unhappy, just say, I am a happy being. All things work in my favor. I am blessed beyond my imaginations. Therefore, I rule. I am in control. I am the king of my kingdom. Whatever I say comes to pass. This is the way of our ancestors. Our ancestors made use of affirmations to create the empire that was known as the Benin Empire, the Oyo Empire. We created great civilizations through the power of our imaginations, through the powers of our confessions, through the powers of our feelings. We should not lose it to anybody for any reason. We are to take back our place in the midst of the nations. We can be citizens of the world because we live in the world, but the true thing is that we are citizens of the eternal kingdom that is deathless. That is who you are, the citizen of immortality. You are immortal. God bless you.